Boom shakalaka, ladies and gentlemen, freaks and geeks. It is the chocolate Nubian soul brother, aka the esoteric noetic, dropping the wisdomatic truth bombs. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, click on the bell, tell your friends, tell your mom, drop some comments, let us know what it is. Let's have a look at what this guy had to say in regards to the moral argument for not wanting to be raped.
I'll wait to get my vaccine after seeing everyone that's got it after a year. No one knows the long-term effects. Good thing everyone doesn't think like you, right?
It's a good thing everyone doesn't think like you, to refrain from judgment until you're more conversant with the facts. Isn't that the scientific default position, that if you're not sure about something, you get more information before making a decision? Isn't it typically considered to be a good thing to be hesitant about putting foreign substances into your body because you're not fully aware of what the repercussions may be? Isn't it considered to be a wise thing to perhaps not try an experimental substance? I would think so. I would think that we have learned from things like asbestos, things like DDT. We've learned from things like cigarette smoking, where the mainstream science was telling us that it was a good idea.
More doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Try Camels yourself, the cigarette so many doctors enjoy.
This idea that you shouldn't question the science is settled, well, it was because someone questioned the science that we now know that DDT is not good to be sprayed on children.
If most other people get it and it works, it won't matter that I didn't get it. So you know you're being a freeloader, you just don't care.
By saying that I am a bad person because I choose not to do something, I choose not to contribute my body towards an experimental boom shakalaka, that's considered being a freeloader. Well, that's not only unwise, but it's stupid. This is the problem with society. Just because everyone jumps off a cliff thinking it's a good idea doesn't mean that I have to do so.
Not a freeloader, I'm more like a conscientious objector. A conscientious objector's decision is rooted in some moral or philosophical justification. You acknowledge the public good in getting vaccinated, but you, for whatever reason, be it lack of scientific literacy, egotism, or just good old-fashioned cowardice, don't think you have to participate.
This is about whether or not you think it's okay for people to force you to receive this thing. So the conscientious objector is someone that is essentially saying, I don't want to be forced to be raped. That seems like a sound moral position.
You're relying on the willingness of others to do what you won't so you can justify not. You're a freeloader.
By wanting to wait, by simply not knowing whether or not it's a good idea and wanting to wait, doesn't imply that you think this is a benefit. It's just being humble enough to say that you don't know. You're not sure if it's a good idea.
How about you just let me live my life and stay out of my business? Hey, if a vaccine-resistant variant comes along and we have to go through all of this all over again, it could be because it found a path of transmission through people like you. But you're right, no one should criticize you for being a freeloader. We'll protect your health and your feelings while you crash on the couch of our antibodies.
You have a right to criticize people that don't want to receive a boom shakalaka. You have a right to speak ill of them if you want to. What you don't have a right to do is to incite that the government force them to be boom shakalaka, to incite that the government puts restrictions and violates their freedoms. That's what this entire issue is about. But of course, people want to straw man the position of anti-Vaxxers and say, oh, look, you don't want us criticizing you. No, you can criticize us all you want. Hey, we criticize you. But you know what? You have a right to criticize us, and we have a right to criticize you. What we don't have a right to do is to use force, to use violence, to force people to be put into this horrible situation where they can't live in society unless, of course, they get a boom shakalaka. That, my friends, is what we consider to be unequivocally immoral. Surya Namaskara, Namaste. Illuminate your minds with wisdom, strengthen your will with love, purge all negative thought patterns from your existence. Ow!
What is liberty?
What the? Who says you can't build muscle on a vegan diet?
What's it like being a hottie in the vegan community? There are no political solutions, only technological ones.
The economics of the system don't allow multiple competing systems to survive.
Engineering, technology, these arts of humanity, they are magic.